pretty light.
I love this song. Sorry.
Yes, this is your favorite song, right?
Not my favorite, but I love this song.
It's your theme song.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm fancy
I like
sometimes.
it. All right, Eva and I are excited to be a part of your team, your afternoons here, and the GMA3 family.
And so the producers and I thought it would be good for the viewers to get to know you guys a little bit better. So we went to the best. Here's Eva's chat with our George Stephanopoulos.
Born in Seoul, South Korea, the oldest of 3 children, Eva Pilgrim moved to the U.S. with her family when she was in 5th grade. Tell us a little bit about your life before you entered the news business.
Golly, I mean, I was kind of like a dorky, nerdy kid, right? But I loved school. I liked to study. There was something like really rewarding about that. I thought I was going to go into science. I didn't think this was in the cards for me.
Eva went on to get her journalism degree from the University of South Carolina. So what happened? What was the big break for you?
I was doing websites for beer money in college. One of the websites I worked on was a television station. Am I rolling?
You worked your way up through local news, fighting there to get the story. What was that experience like?
Well, I mean, you kind of get to know different places in the country. I'm super grateful for it.
Morning, thanks for waking up with News Channel 6 today. Now, the secondary roads are a different story.
I was in Bluefield, West Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Indianapolis, Indiana, and then Philadelphia. I did a lot of general assignment. I did some investigative stuff. I did crime beat for a while.
Police wouldn't tell us what that vehicle looked like.
What was your ultimate local news moment?
There's this story of me, I'm chasing a tow truck driver because they were illegally towing cars from a lot. And that, I feel like, is like the local news moment.
We saw it. Why you towed it, buddy? Why don't you tell them where it is?
What does your mom think about this? She's from South Korea, correct?
Yes.
I know, I'm a first-generation immigrant. We first-generation immigrants are supposed to be a doctor, be a lawyer, get that professional degree. What did she think about this jump in your life?
Now she thinks it's good. I think she was really worried I wasn't going to have that stability. You know, she really wanted me to go back to grad school and have a predictable job that was 9 to 5 and meet a man and have a husband and have kids, you know, all the American dream kind of things that she anticipated when she came over. So early years, it was really hard for her. She was still like sending me money because I didn't make enough to even support myself.
But Eva ended up getting the things her mother worried about. She married her husband, Ed, and they had their daughter, Ella, in 2021.
Now she's like, oh, this was a good decision. But maybe even like 10 years ago, she wouldn't have thought that.
And you all are very close.
Very close, yeah. I talk to my mom constantly about everything.
I still owe your mom an introduction to Brooke Shields. She's a big Brooke Shields fan.
Do you remember meeting my mom the first time? It's like St. Patrick's Day. My mom like throws on these glasses and is like, hi, George. I'm like, oh my God, Mom.
What do you hope to do in this job?
Well, I think the nice thing about this show that's different than the other shows I've been a part of is we're talking more about the topic. So to have these thoughtful conversations, it puts pressure on us to ask the right questions, but we really get to discuss them a little bit differently than you do just giving the facts on a news show.
And what are the big stories you hope to cover?
I mean, I hope I still get to cover like politics, hopefully be out there doing election stuff ahead of the next election, and then following the gun debate, following the abortion debate, like all of those things that matter to people my age and my friends.
And you get a big bonus now, you get your weekends free.
I do.
Wow! Whoa! Woo! Hell to the queen, girl!
My husband's so excited about the weekends because now he doesn't have to wake up alone with our 1-year-old, who is a lot right now.
He gets a little help now.
And it is very special.
But can we go back to, we saw you, buddy. We saw you, buddy.
You towed it, buddy.
I loved it.
And she's still that way, too.
I mean, I will ask the question and I will chase you down if I need to, but yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, and
we
looking
hid
at
in
your
bushes
story,
for that story.
the many hairstyles, the the anchor woman
Your
bob
voice
there.
even sounded different.
Yeah.
You're so much more, you're like zen now.
Well, I was scared, and at that point, a lot of those stories you're saying, I was trying to be a grown-up. I feel like I feel comfortable in my own voice and who I am at this point. At that point, I was still figuring it out.
I like how Mom was worried whether or not you were going to get married and have a family.
Oh, yeah. She was worried about that just as recently as a couple years ago.
All right, Mom, she did it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.